It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Tanker Brewery in Estonia, and it's a can of their Cyclomorphosis Lemon and Coffee Sour Ale, coming in at 5.5% ABV, 5 IBUs, and a 440 milliliter can. Love the can wrap. I think they've done a fantastic job of Tanker with all of their beers, with the fantastic colourful wraps. They've done a great job on that. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass then. As with most all sour beers, head dissipates very quickly. Slow moving carbonation, hazy, amber, straw coloured beer. It doesn't look to be, I mean it's hazy. I'm not sure if it's can conditioned. I don't see much sediment in there at all. It looks good. It looks good for a sour beer. A lemon and coffee sour. Here we go. Let's get the aroma. Oh, these guys really know what they're doing. I must admit, I left this. I got a bottle of sour beer that's going to be incredible from Tanker to review later on in the week. But I kind of left this can. This is the last can from their range that I wanted to review. Just put me off a little bit. Just the lemon and coffee sour. I was like, how is that gonna work? And it's only when you open the can, get it in the glass, and you get the aroma that you go, I see it. I totally get it. It totally makes sense. And that's the trials and tribulations, whatever, of being a beer drinker, is that you try some of these weird and wacky beers, and some work, some really work, and some don't. I have just reviewed a lime and basil saison, and it didn't work. But that shouldn't stop breweries out there from trying different things, because there's so many styles of beer now out there, but there's so many breweries brewing them styles of beer that it's all becoming a bit kind of, everybody wants to drink a New England IPA, everybody wants to drink and brew an Imperial Stout, that sort of thing. So it's nice that breweries like Tanker are going out, brewing lemon and coffee sours and making them work. I can tell this beer works just by getting my nose into it. Loads of roasted coffee, touch of kind of zesty lemon. The malts are coming through. It's a little hoppy. You could probably get away with calling this beer one of those kind of white stouts. It smells a bit like a white stout, just with the amount of coffee in it. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, it's definitely not a white stout. The sourness crunches your gums. Wow. The sourness on the beer really kind of just attacks you, just really goes for you. Wow, that kind of makes all your cheeks kind of do this and talk a bit like, you know, like, oh, with the sourness like crunching your face up. Wow. Lemon, sour, massive amount of coffee on the finish. Amazing beer. What did I say? 5.5% ABV. Really sour. Oh, really sour. And if you're new to beer, and if you're thinking, oh my goodness me, lemon, coffee, sourness, look at his face, don't worry. It's meant to be like this. It's the fun of craft beer. It's the reason why we're all involved with craft beer, is for wonderful beers like this. The drinkability. And another thing with the sour beer is that the first few mouthfulls of the beer, you get that kind of massive sourness going on, and then it dissipates. Every time you have a taste of the beer, your palate adjusts to the sourness. So you end up you're drinking the beer like it's a normal beer after a few sips, as I'm showing you now. A touch of sourness, but yeah, it very quickly becomes quite normal. It's the first couple of exciting sips that I love about this beer. Loads of coffee. Drinkability is incredible. It's really juicy. It's really fresh drinking. It's very refreshing. That's what I was meant to say. Not fresh, refreshing. I'm sure it is fresh. But it's like espresso, like coffee. Like rich kind of espresso like coffee going on. Amazing, absolutely amazing beer. A little bit hoppy, a little bit bitter on the back end, a little bit of sweetness from the malt to begin with. An incredible beer. That's a look at Tanker Cyclomorphosis. I don't even know what the word cyclomorphosis means. I'm not sure if they're going to tell you. Here we are. Cyclomorphosis is a scientific term, but we are taking ownership of it. Join us as part of the population that goes through a daily cycle of non-punctuality in the morning. We all know that. After thawing out of cognitive torpor after our first cup of coffee, and returning to the same initial state after a night of not quite sufficient sleep. A Zingy Sour Ale brewed with lemons and a good dash of Kafa Roasteries Kenya Tato Ndogo AA coffee. Live tiny, die never. The lemon, I've not really mentioned the lemon too much on the beer, but it's definitely there in the flavour. Zesty, zingy, and then loads of coffee. Amazing beer. I like that beer enough to give it a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!